Today, something truly unique about Nikon ZF, something that I don't think any other camera has yet. It's manual focus subject detection. I'm going to talk about what that is and why I think it's so cool. Well, hey everyone, it's Hudson. Welcome to this week's video. So today I'm going to share something that I've just been having a blast with on Nikon ZF ever since it released. You know, some of you that have been watching the channel for a while know that I reviewed some of Voigtlander's manual focus primes for the Nikon Z system, and back then I was shooting with a Z8 and a Z9 and finding them just wonderful optical quality but kind of difficult to focus, particularly with moving subjects like people. You know, even if you're posing people, just getting the eye nice and razor sharp with something like this 51.0 was complicated. And then Nikon announced the ZF retro-styled camera. And one of the things that they talked about, there were several things I thought would be really nice for working with it with manual focus lenses, but the thing that really caught my attention was this manual focus subject detection and the fact that the camera will track eyes even in manual focus. And it'll allow you to choose from the different autofocus tracking methods like 3D or wide area as a default tracking point when you're working in manual focus, and that it will see eyes, and that if you zoom in, it'll zoom in to the selected eye. Just as if you were working with an autofocus lens, it'll pick eyes and you can switch between different subjects' eyes, and when you hit a button to zoom, it'll automatically zoom on that eye while you're manually focusing. Also, your little eye detection points and the square that you've got over your subject will light up green, so you don't have to go chasing down your subject while they're moving and you're trying to manually focus the lens. Plus, you can get a green indicator that you've got your subject in focus moving around with your manual focus ring and take a shot and then zoom into 100%, perfect focus, take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, and the minute you start shooting, it'll back out. It's pretty darned crazy. So, you know, I set up with my daughter. She just lost her 2 front teeth, which I think is adorable. And you can see that as I set up on her, I've got a wide area autofocus subject detection box. I can set that up via the photo shooting menu. When you're in the photo shooting menu, you'll find down near the bottom, manual focus subject detection area. And you can set that to auto area or wide area or different areas that you might want. It's going to be looking for subjects in that area that you select. And just when you go into manual focus, that'll be the default box that you have to move around. So you can see if she's inside that wide area box, it'll start seeing her face, her eyes. And I can switch left eye, right eye with the D-pad around the OK button, start manually focusing, and you'll see that that box goes green around her eyes. And then if I hit the OK button, it zooms, and without me even placing the cursor anywhere, as long as I've got her eye lit up as a subject, it'll zoom right on the eye and let me perfect focus manually. Then if I hit the OK button, it jumps back out, or if I hit the shutter button, it jumps back out to a fit view where I see my whole composition and fire away. You hit the OK button again, you zoom in, razor sharp on the eye, get nice and sharp, keep firing. You can confirm your focus that way. That is a complete new way of manual focus in the digital age. To be able to zoom into 100% while you're looking through the viewfinder at your subject and have it automatically jump to your subject's eye, that just opens up a whole new world with manual focus lenses. And another first for the ZF, for Nikon at least, is the ability to move your selected focus point around on the frame with your thumb while you're looking through the viewfinder. So suddenly that blank LCD that's just sitting there will allow me to move my wide area box around the frame to pick up different subjects quickly and easily while I'm looking through the viewfinder. That is just a huge benefit. Now, Sony's had that a long time, Canon's had it a long time. It's nice to see it finally come to Nikon, and so far the ZF is the only camera to have it. But the combination of being able to pick up a subject in a wide area box, move that wide area box around to the subject that matters to me, have their eye light up, zoom into 100%, and quickly focus, wow. I mean, that is just a whole new thing. I was really hoping that this would come to the Z8 and the Z9 via firmware. So far, firmware 2.0 with the Z8, firmware 5.0 with the Z9, we didn't get it. One can hope that maybe in a future firmware, maybe if people ask for it, I'm hoping that when whatever the Z6 and Z7's replacements come out, that they'll get this feature, that they won't just leave it to the retro camera that seems so well designed to work with these lenses. The minute I read about this, I backed up and reordered the Voigtlander Nocton 51.0, and I have been loving this lens with this camera because of that ability to nail focus so easily with it. This is a feature that I think companies like Leica should really, really look at. You know, the Q3 has wonderful autofocus, but their M cameras still have optical viewfinders. I'm hoping that they consider maybe having a variant with a digital viewfinder with kind of subject detection. And then you could use those classic Leica manual focus lenses with so much extra precision. It's something they should consider for their SL line. It's something any mirrorless camera brand should really consider because the technology is clearly there and capable. The ZF does it so well. So that's a really special feature. Those of you with the ZF that haven't tried it, try it. You know, in my ZF setup videos, you can click that video right here. I go through the complete menu system and show how I set mine up. I set the OK button to zoom into 100%. That's not the default setting, but a simple press of the OK button on the back and the center of the D-pad on my camera automatically jumps into a 100% view, whether you're in playback mode or whether you're in shooting mode, whether you're on the viewfinder or the back display. And having that automatic subject detection just means it jumps to the eye of your subject and tracks it. That's just crazy town. I mean, it makes shooting manual focus lenses feel like cheating in this digital age. So again, I hope it comes out in more cameras. You know, I hope Nikon brings it via firmware to the cameras that are capable of it. I'm certain that the Z8 and the Z9 are. I would imagine the Z6iii and Z7iii are. Certainly whatever comes after them, it just makes the camera so much more fun to work with vintage Nikkor lenses or lenses like these Voigtlander manual focus lenses. There's a lot of great manual focus lenses out there that convert beautifully to the digital age. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed that. You know, if you get a chance to play around with one of these cameras, play with it. I think you'll find it's pretty darn addictive working with these classic lenses or the new modern classics. All right, so a little pitch for our next office hours. This is gonna be a long overdue big group photography get-together gathering, free to join on Zoom or YouTube Live. You can sign up for it right here, hudsonhenry.com/office hours. I hope to see you there on Zoom with the big crew, but it's also on YouTube Live. You can sign up for either. Leave us a question. We'll try to get to as many questions as we can during the hour. I hope everybody out there is staying safe, staying creative, and we'll see you next week.